In today's video, I am going to be giving you amazing flag football, flag pulling drills that you could run with your team. These are absolutely amazing and can be a lot of fun as well, so let's get down and let's check these out. Okay, so first we're going to be setting up 2 pylons. Now disregard the actual distance on this football field. These pylons would actually be about 5 yards apart. No more than that. This is just for visualizing where the pylons would go. However, we would have one line and of course one player between those 2 pylons. What are we going to do now? Well, guess what? We're going to have player 4 having to stay between those pylons and player 4 blue having to run through without getting his flag or her flag pulled. So there may be a fake involved to get past, but either way, they can learn different techniques on trying to evade this player, spin moves and things like that. Meanwhile, the defender has to pull that flag. After about 4 or 5 players as a defender, you can switch them out, and then of course that new player will then be in between those pylons, and you can keep on running through this drill. It's a lot of fun. You can keep score, how many each player gets to pull, things like that, and it becomes a lot of fun. This next drill is another great drill for fun. We're going to stick player 4 red back in the middle there, and what we're going to be basically doing, and this is more closer to where you can visualize the pylons being, but basically we would have the pylons about 3 yards apart from each other, 3 yards by 3 yards. So basically on this little map here, the square would be like that size. However, here, just for visualizing, it's about that distance. And what we would have is player 3 blue having to run through those pylons to get to the other side. Again, with player 4 trying to pull those flags. Again, spin moves, jab fakes, things like that to be able to get yourself away from that defender, but at the same time having that defender try to figure out how to pull those flags. It's a lot of fun. This next drill, we're going to have 3 defenders and 3 pylons. Now, you can set this up to be every 5 yards, or you can set this up like how I have it here, where it's every 10 yards. It's totally up to you. But now, again, same thing. The first player in this line is going to have to run through these defenders and get to the other side. However, there is something that has to happen, and that is player 2, red, can only go between those pylons and stay on that line. Same as player 4 and same as player 3, and meanwhile player 3 blue is going to try and weave his way through to get to the other side, again trying to evade these 3 players, learn how to do different fakes, but at the same time trying to teach our players how to pull the flags and when to pull the flags. Another fantastic drill that you could actually do with your team is basically a very similar drill as what you could run with basketball. In basketball, we have a thing called dribble tag, where you have a set location as to where the players can go, and they have to dribble their basketball, and of course, the other players have to try to knock out other players' basketballs. Well, we can actually do a very similar drill in flag football, where we would have a set location as to where the players can go, and then instead of dribbling a basketball, what they need to do is just try to evade each other and try to pull each other's flags, and the last player with flags wins. So it's almost like a tag game, but at the same time they are trying to evade the other players, but at the same time trying to learn how to pull the flags. Remember, you have to pull extremely high on those flags because, of course, the farther down, the more they move, so higher up, a lot easier to pull. But either way, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.